This afternoon, we have Ryan Horgan, who is the Chief Content Officer of Felix and Paul Studios, and JP Boudoir, who is the co-founder of Headspace Studio and also the Director of Sound Technology at Felix and Paul Studios, one of the most innovative and forward-thinking VR studios in the marketplace.
We are a technology-enabled cinematic virtual reality studio. We've produced over 20 VR experiences. We do a lot of work with Oculus. We've done projects with Samsung. And we're mostly interested in creating original IP for VR.
So it looks like you guys do a mix of both kind of original IP and then also partnering with franchises like Jurassic World, like Cirque du Soleil. How do you guys go back and forth between the two?
I think for us it's important to work on pre-existing IP with major studios and television companies because it helps solidify our brand, and also there's a big interest from the VR platforms in working with that big IP that's known and already has awareness. So we do that whenever possible. But we feel like as we see more VR adoption, original content will matter more and more.
Can you talk a little bit about that original content, sort of broadly storytelling in VR? What are you seeing? Like, what is the space like right now?
You know, you're seeing gaming and then you're seeing entertainment. And on the entertainment side, you know, we're just trying to figure out how do we make stories that are compelling and uniquely different for the medium. So it would be about what is a story that needs to exist in VR and can only exist in VR.
Are you an observer? Are you a participant? Active? Like, passive? How do you sort of like think about that?
First and foremost, it's how do you contextualize the viewer's presence inside the story? That's the first thing that we find is critical. And if you've answered that, the next thing is what's the connective tissue between that context and the story or the narrative itself? So you don't have to necessarily be the protagonist, but if you have a role and it's clearly defined and you are a character, whether that's an embodied character as a person, which can be tricky, and we generally avoid at our company, or maybe you're a ghost or an alien presence, or you're the wind. You know, there's all different things that you can be as an embodied character in a literal or a lyrical sense, third or first person.
So let's talk about audio, and it's incredibly important to mixed reality. When we talk about immersive audio as essential to VR, but actually, are we really there? Like, do people agree on that? Like, what's your perspective?
I think if we're looking at the move from Oculus and Facebook, who have been leading the development of spatial audio, but not just in terms of tools, but also the platforms themselves, and actually making sure that gets to the viewer in the end. And why? Because it's a natural argument, right? So as humans, our perception is spatial. So sight, sound, touch, and VR just takes all these things and make it available in a headset. And of course, touch is, you know, coming more and more. But so again, it's a natural argument.
It's really exciting, and I know you guys have been doing a lot. You're on the frontiers of this. So thank you to both JP and Ryan. Next up.